Hello, my divine ladies. Welcome to my channel. This is Milu. If this is your first time, welcome. So I really wanted to talk about this. I know it seems odd that there are actually men who actually compete with women. And I find that there's no real difference between a straight man who's on the feminine side and a trans woman. They both want to compete to be better than real women. If you pay attention to these 9 things that will help you determine if your man or your guy or your husband or whatever he is competing with you. So number 1, and I know people might laugh at this, but this is a big one. He wears earrings. Okay? That is like the telltale sign that he is more feminine for a guy. And a lot of these guys are walking around with both earrings in their ears because they want to be pretty. And I find that is something that is very feminine. Like, why would you want to compete? And they may think like, oh, what's there to compete with? Y'all know this. Y'all know this. To help when women are actually piercing their male children's ears like this as well. So it doesn't help because they grow up to be these feminine men. If they feel like they're pretty, they're automatically going to be competing with you. Automatically. And that's something that I notice with guys who are on the feminine side. They have their ears pierced. Okay, and they have both their ears pierced. It's even worse because then it's like he's really trying to be pretty out here with these big diamond studs. Like, what are you doing? Number 2, a man who is extremely flashy. Very, very flashy. Like, he is really trying to outshine you. He's a walking Christmas tree. Like, he's just so flashy. Like, everybody has to see who this guy is and wears pinky rings and all this type of stuff. He's just over the top. You know, he wants everyone to see him. And I find that's a very feminine thing. And he's competing with a woman because it's like women are meant to be seen way more than a man is. And then that's just what it is. Of course, feminine men are going to disagree with that. But why would you need to be out in the open like a woman? Number 3, this man has more shoes than you have. Why? Why does this man have to have way more shoes than you? I mean, it is extremely feminine. It really is, because it's like he really wants to show that he's the prize. And that any woman that is with him, she can see that, oh, well, look at his shoes. Look at his Jordans or whatever the case is. And he just has to have different pairs to match his nails. That's how feminine he is, because it's like, why would you need more shoes than me? I'm a woman. I'm supposed to have different styles of shoes. I love to have a lot of shoes. I collect shoes. I love shoes. And if I find a man that loves shoes just as much as me, it's very feminine, because it's like we're going to be competing for closet space. And I'm not doing that. No. You're going to have your own room and your own walk-in space, because I need my closet to be just for me and my shoes and my stuff. I don't need a man to be up in my space with all his shoes, and he's there trying to make room, throwing my shoes out the way to make room for his shoes. Very, very feminine. Very feminine. Number 4, another thing to know that this man is competing with you is if this is the type of guy who doesn't mind going 50-50. He doesn't see women as the prize at all. If he's splitting bills with you, he does not see you as the prize. That's just number 1. And he's competing with you. He's probably looking at you like, oh, well, we're both equal. And that's a very feminine mindset for a man to have, to think that a man and a woman is equal. We are not equal. Until you can give birth and go through menstrual cycles and things like that, then we'll be equal. Why would you feel content splitting bills with a woman? That's very feminine. Like, he's putting himself at the same level as you. Like, basically. That's what he's showing you. That he's putting himself at the same level as you. And number 5. These guys love to argue with women. Like, if he's arguing with you, he's competing with you. He wants to outdo you somehow, and him feeling the need to argue with a woman, he's already showing you that he used to get in his way. And if you're the type of woman who's going to disagree with him, he's going to contest with you, and he wants to try to overtalk you. They only listen to respond. They're not hearing anything you're saying, and both of y'all walk away with not feeling resolved, especially the woman. She's going to walk away feeling like nothing was resolved with that conversation. Usually the guys who do argue with women have a very fragile ego. Like, you can't tell him anything about himself. He will argue with you. Like, it's just very feminine for a man to do that. Very, very feminine. Number 6, another reason how you know a man is competing with you is when y'all are walking together, he's walking ahead of you. Like, he wants to be the first person to be seen before you are, I find when guys walk like that, it's a very egotistical way of saying, like, I'm better. They walk with this S in their chest, like they just feel like, yeah, like, you following me. It's not like y'all walking together. He's walking ahead of you. He's not even thinking of holding the door open for you. Like, he's already letting you know how he feels about you. Because if a guy is competing with you this much, these are red flags that women tend to ignore. I'm just saying. Number 7. Oh, this is a big one. This is a big one, ladies. He keeps his hair long, exceptionally long, and his nails. Who are you competing with? I'm just saying, like, am I saying things that's not making sense? This man wants to keep his hair long, has earrings, wants to be flashy. If that is not describing a man who wants to be a woman, I don't know what is. Any guy who feels the need to keep his hair exceptionally long, he wants you to treat him like the prize. Like, I'm pretty. He wants you to braid up his hair. If he has long locks, same thing. And usually these type of guys will go after women who have shorter hair than themselves. They go after those type of women who's going to obsess over his hair, who are going to obsess over him because he has long hair. And guys with long hair tend to feel like they're pretty, like they are the prize. There's nothing masculine about a man who wants to keep his hair very long. And I remember telling my boy this, oh, look at you. Don't you want to be pretty? They know that. They want to feel like the prize. They want to feel like, pay attention to me and my long, pretty hair. Very feminine. Especially a black woman. A lot of us struggle with growing out our hair, and there's some that don't, there's some that do. There's some women whose hair grows really fast, like my hair grows really fast, but I find like they want to go after women who may obsess over them more because his hair is longer than hers. I just think it's very nasty to see a man with long nails, long fingernails, especially if his fingernails are not groomed or not clean and the dirt underneath it. It's just really nasty. I always pay attention to a man's fingernails. Like, I don't know, I pay attention to those type of things. Like, it may sound weird, but I do pay attention to those things. Like, things that women don't naturally pay attention to, I do. And I feel like that's the part of me that's on the feminine side who wants a masculine man. You know what I mean? If I was more on the masculine side, I wouldn't have said none of these things. Number 8, they love to talk so much, y'all. They gossip way more than a woman. They gossip like crazy. They just talk, and I'm telling you, they have more issues than Vogue. And if you are with a guy who just talks so much about women's business, women's affairs, and what's happening, and just it's very feminine, for a guy to be so gossipy like that. Like, that's something that women are known to do. Yes, we gossip, we talk, but if you have a guy who's doing the same thing that you're doing, that should tell you something how feminine he really is. Because There is no reason for a guy to talk so much up with a woman. That's what he has his friends for. You know, just like a woman has her friends to do that. But a guy to do it with you is very feminine. Trust me, I've dealt with a guy who had more juice and knew more people's business than I did. And it was just, I never saw it back in those days because, like, I was engaged with him and I was on the masculine side. But I just wouldn't want to see a guy who is so talkity talk. And I find, because a lot of these guys will love to talk because they have nothing else to offer you, and they will talk your ear out, make you believe all their intellectual garbage that they really don't have any knowledge of. And that's just something that feminine men do. They love to talk. Oh my God. Number 9, last but not least, they love attention. Oh my God. These type of men they crave it. If they don't get attention from you, they are getting it from somebody else. They're very needy. They constantly want to be validated. They constantly want to, feel important in that woman's life. He wants her to love him way more than he has the same feelings for her. He wants to be the center of that woman's life. And if she's showing him that he's not the center, better believe he's going to find somebody who will make him the center. And all of these reasons are showing you that if your guy is even 2 of these, you are dealing with a feminine man. And I'm telling you, these type of guys are a headache, because you're going to be constantly trying to work to impress him. And I'm telling you, these guys, these type of feminine males are never satisfied. That's why they have to have like 100 different type of female friends, and they always have to be the center of attention. They have to always feel like the prize. And a lot of the times it's because they had a very bad childhood, or they have a bad relationship with their mother. But if you are with a guy who has any of these 9 things that I listed, you are going to be dealing with a lot. And it's very tiresome, because no guy is worth that type of headache to feel like you have to constantly be trying to do the most for him. You're going to be working for these type of guys. He's not going to be working for you, and he definitely won't do the most for you, because he sees himself as the prize. He's completely in his feminine. And that won't help you out if you're looking for a meaningful relationship. You won't get the most out of these type of men. And they stay cheating. It's never enough for them. They'll pretend to have all these friends, but these are all backup plans. Plan A, B, and C. And they know if you constantly put your attention onto them, you won't focus on yourself. And that's how they want you to be like. You won't be happy with these type of men at all. And that's why I tell women, think about yourself. Think about what you are looking for in a relationship, and go into a relationship with goals already set in place. That way you can avoid problematic men, feminine men, and men that won't do you any good. Anyways, leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think about these 9 signs to know if you have a man that's competing with you. Until next time, ladies, stay divine. I appreciate y'all watching. Please subscribe, like, share. Let me know if y'all enjoy this. And yeah, till next time. Peace.